figured, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go on and build this D2 because I'm anxious to build this thing because I haven't built it yet. It's still brand new, courtesy of Robert the Arm Vapor right there. Hey, so cool. See, no leaking ever. I kind of like when a company's so proud of their product that they can put no leaking ever on there. That's a good sign. I mean, between it and the OBS engine, because the OBS engine has top airflow just like this tank does, so I'm hoping that this is going to be that way, but have that's all I'll say tonight because I'm black. Okay, Jason. Hey, Bam Bam, what's going on? All right, let me get the music going. We're gonna get into this thing. Right now, I have the Valerian on here from Uwell. Very, very pretty blue tank. Why is this not focusing? Focus. I may have VG'd up my camera now. I do like the top cap on this one. This is pretty cool the way they did the top cap. You got hacked? I know, Jazzy. Is that why you were sending me random messages? I was like, what the hell is that message Jazzy is sending me? I think you got a virus, bud. The top cap on this one has a button that I think they should have made the button a different color, because unless you got good vision, which I don't, it's kind of hard to see that button. But you push this button here, and then this pops open. Boom, just like that. Has a seal up top, and then you got your 2 fill ports down there. And it seals up really nice, though. It clicks in. It has 3 airflow slots instead of 2. So whatever you adjust on one happens on the other 2. This matches the T-Priv more than any of the other. If I hold up the Revenger, you can see the blue is way different. And the same way, the same way with the Minikin. I didn't think there was any VG on my camera. It actually looks good unless I got something up really close. That's when it's starting to look blurry. Or maybe it's just my vision is bad. I don't know. It's slow at focusing, you know. That big eclipse is coming tomorrow. Man, they're talking about so much traffic here. I'm scared. I want to go so I can see the total eclipse instead of just part of it. But I'm worried about the traffic that I'm going to run into, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's go to build cam. And I know this is early for everybody, but hey, I might as well get this out of the way, right? Let's get this going here. Cool Master 521 plus tab, and boom. Now we're in cooking with Crisco. Let's open this thing up. I haven't built on it yet, so I still got all the labels and all that good stuff in there. Hey, Malcolm. And then you got your silica chewing gum right there. No, don't chew this. Hey, Ruben. TNS in the house. Team Nose Deep. All right. So there we go. There's all the extra O-rings. And man, them some tiny grub screws right there. Teeny tiny. There we go. It's in focus now. I can even put Uwell the right side up. It even comes with the little coils. The little fused Claptons in there. We may use those. Instead of me making some more. It also comes, which I thought was kind of weird, it comes with different sized glasses. Right now, all I did was install the bigger glass, but you can take this big glass out and install this little bitty glass, which is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a lot smaller around than this one that's in there. And when you use this glass, you use this big metal piece right here that goes in between. But to me, all that does is cut down how much juice I can put in there, so I don't want to do that. I mean, it may bump up the flavor, I don't know. I'll check it at a later date. So your airflow comes in at the top up here, and there's an adjustment to open and close your airflow right there. That little ring turns. And then this is nice and knurling on here. I like this. I've been wanting to try this D2 out for a while, so we're going to try it now. Look at the inside of that. That's got some weird rainbow color looking thing going on. Hey, Disturbed. And then this pops out just like it would on a lot of them other, the Aromamizer, the Boreas, a lot of them tanks are that way. Let's see if we have the right size Allen key in here. Oh, we do. Man, I got lucky today. Now, I don't know what those coils are made out of that they put in here, but I'm hoping that it's Kanthal. Otherwise, we're going to be really low on with only 4 wraps. I mean, I can run, you know, different wattages and stuff to compensate, but damn. All right, there we go. We got all these open now. Decent size holes. What's up, Aries? And it looks like it's got decent airflow to it too. I guess this comes down and then goes back up, which that could work. Yeah, there you go. That big step right there. So your airflow comes in under and then goes up to your coil. Remains to be seen on how well I like this or not. The good thing about this is I can take just this build deck and screw this down on my 521 Plus tab, and that's all I need. I can leave the rest of it over to the side until I get this thing built. So, let's see what kind of coils or how good of these coils are they put in this baggie. They're not Aries JJ coils or anything, but you know. Maybe it'll be better than some of them coils I've seen out on the market. Maybe. To me, I'm doubting it. Where's my goggles? There's my goggles. Let's throw those on. Definitely not the best coils in the world. They're not that bad, but they're not the best by any means. It looks like it's about a 3mm diameter though. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's 3mm. Alright, we'll go with it just because it's 3mm. I don't mind that. I'm going to try to center this up over the airflow. These are going to be kind of spaced coils, it looks like. They were already kind of spaced. I'm going to help them out a little bit. If I'm going to run spaced, hell, let me run spaced. Don't half space them. Yeah, I don't like that last wrap. I want it all the way spaced. There we go. Now that's a regular old... Yes, it is top airflow. So cool. This is the Uwell D2. Like I said, I don't know how good it's going to be. We're going to find out. I've never vaped one before. They've been out for a while. I just don't think they really took off. Now, where'd that coil go that was just right in front of my eyeballs? Okay. It was laying on top of here. There it is. Man, it's so small. Have you drank rum and peppermint? No, Malcolm. I don't do that. Rum and peppermint. What the hell? Bottom left, top right. Is that one open? Should be open enough. There we go. It's in there. Tighten that lead down, spin it around, tighten the other lead, and then I'll get the spacing the way I like it. Then got to make sure that the chimney's not going to make contact with this thing. There we go. That's not too bad right there. Let's get that cut off. My vision's really getting worse and worse. Wonder how much more time I can do videos for you guys before I go. Yep, can't see it anymore. Let's see what ohms we're at. Wow, 0.21. 0.21. That's actually not bad. I'm impressed. I thought 4 wraps it was going to be a lot higher. Let's give her a couple of firies. That needs to go over a little bit before I get it hot. Alright, that's good. Let's see if we can get any color out of it. No, this must be regular Canthal. There's no coloring happening whatsoever, and I've already pulsed them to where they pretty much turn red, so. Yeah, that's good right there. I will not be using the Ango Rabbit cotton. You know, I was already weary about using it, and I'm glad that it looks like it's pretty much impossible to find anywhere to buy anyway. Even DH Gate pulled it down. I don't think a company should put cotton out and then go, yeah, we don't need to tell you what's in there. I don't believe in that crap. That's total bull. I'm gonna stick with my Muji, or I'll even get some puff cotton. I don't care. It's the same thing. I bought a bunch of Muji a while back, and it's still lasting me, and lasting and lasting. So that's what I'm gonna stick with. You give up typing? Let me turn this off so I don't accidentally fire that before I start putting cotton in there. That's the only weird thing I think that there is about the 521 Plus tab, because the way I build, you know, I'm all over this. I could easily hit this and fire it. It would be an easy way to fire this, and you're like, oops, I didn't mean to lean on this with my fingers here. You burn the crap out of yourself. So, yeah, it's off. It was just one of them boring Sundays, and I wanted to come on here and build this, and I want to see how well it vapes. You know, it could be really good, could suck. I don't know. Alright. I know I don't need that much cotton. I'm just going to cut some off for now. We'll come back to it once I figure out how much I want. It looks like I need to get enough in here to fill these triangles, but not go down any further. I don't want to totally... that's right, Niji. Muji is a safe bet, I think. So, Muji's good, Kojendo, anything like that. I mean, some people pay that crazy money for, you know, cotton baking and stuff. And hey, if that's what floats your boat, hey, go for it. I got no problem with that. I don't want to spend that much money on cotton. Not happening. Just trying to make this slide through a little easier. There we go. Now it's sliding through right. Alright, let's see how much cotton I'm going to need before I start yanking at this thing. So I need this cotton to go down and pretty much be even right here. So if I cut this right there, which is pretty much just a little bit past the deck, I'll cut the other one the same distance. Just like that. Doesn't need a lot of cotton, that's for sure. And I'm guesstimating on that side. That looks about right. I'm getting people's comments about the drone video, I guess. I did not, you know, that was just a quick live video I did up at the Botanical Gardens. Definitely wasn't trying to be cinematic with it or anything, but, you know, I wanted to get some filming with it. Alright, that side's in. Man, I hope this vape's good. That would be awesome. And just building it the way I think, you know, it should be built. I haven't even watched any reviews on this or anything, so who knows? Maybe there's a better way to wick this. All I'm doing is tucking this cotton back down into this triangle, making sure that it's full, even though you really don't have to worry about this because of the fact that it's top airflow. If you got top airflow, I mean, where's it going to come from? Somebody else is on VU Live? Damn, I was trying to avoid going over somebody else's show. I didn't mean to by any means. I waited till Jen and David got off. I mean, it is what it is. Alright. There we go. Now we're in there. Now, what juice am I going to run? I'm going to use this Notary juice that I got from Vape Showcase. Yeah, there we go. This is a salted caramel pretzel, pretty much. Really good stuff. And I have a little less than half a bottle left that I need to use, but I know what this juice is supposed to taste like. Let me make sure I got it shook up good. We're gonna see. Wow, that's a good child safety cap right there. Just gonna drape some across these coils here and let it soak down into this cotton. I should have, if everything goes right, I should have the IPV Eclipse tomorrow. Eric over at Origin Vape hooked me up. He's supposed to get some more in by tomorrow. So they're $89.99, I do believe, at Origin Vape. And then I had a coupon for 10 off. I forgot what the coupon code was, but that got me 10% off. So I pretty much got free priority shipping is what I did. Oh yeah, that looks like that's gonna vape really good. Let's see what we're ohming out at now. 0.22 it looks like. Yep, 0.22, right on the money. Which, even when I run my fuse Claptons, they're 0.23. So this doesn't look like fuse Clapton though. It looks like maybe if it is fuse Clapton, they did not a very good tight gap on it. That is what it is. Okay, so that part's done. Now I'm gonna try. This has little notches in here. I don't know if y'all can. Whoops. Y'all can see these notches right here on the outside edge that actually lock into this deck, so that way it makes sure that your coils are lined up with the way the airflow comes down into it. Let's see, where is that notch? There it is. I think. I could be backwards. I could be doing it the opposite way, which way it needs to go. Where's that notch? Right there, boom. Okay, now it's in the notch. I don't know if y'all can see right there. So if I turn this at all, it won't go down. So you turn it to the notch, then it slides all the way in. That's the way you want it. I'm gonna take this bottom piece, screw it back on. Really good threading on this too. I can tell that seal's catching on there. Now we're gonna unscrew the top. And then you have these fill ports in here, which kind of hard to see because it's black, but they're there. There's actually 3 fill ports, not 2 big kidney beans, but 3 smaller ones. Man, I keep closing this bottle too tight. You don't want to fill down through that center nozzle, but on the sides here. And the problem with these dripper bottles is they take forever. I got a long way to go. I literally have not even filled up the bottom of the tank yet. Wow. I would turn this over and spill it into it, but I'd probably get half of it down that middle tube, and I really don't want to taste that. A flood of juice in my mouth. The good thing is you can kind of just squirt it in here, and there's 3 holes, and it'll just figure out one to go through, and it'll just go down in it. I'm getting closer now. I'm a little over halfway. I think this holds 4.5 mils of juice. I am not sure. I did not read the little instructions. There we go. That's good enough. I just spewed juice back on myself. Let me get this off here so we can make sure that it don't leak, because this says it does not leak at all. We're gonna find out. Now that I've pretty much spewed juice all over it. That was my bad. It's not my fault. Yardbird, that's funny. It's all about the notches, man. Alright, let's get that cleaned off. There we go. Whoa! Whoa! Alright, look at this. That's juice. What in the hell just happened? I'm either missing an O-ring or something seriously wrong here. I don't even know where that could have leaked out from. Wow. I think I'm missing an O-ring, guys. That would be the main culprit. Damn. Yeah, it was out of the window, Aries, but I'm trying to figure out why it happened. It's still continuing to leak everywhere. There is a hole somewhere where my tank is. Now that's my fault. When I got it, it came with a different glass, and when I threw the new glass on, I thought I had both O-rings, but I could be wrong. Let me see if I can try and salvage some of this juice before it all floods out. Let's see what the culprit is. There we go. Alright, that's most of the juice. Ah, crap. Well, there's an O-ring right there, so that one's definitely on. Where's the bottom O-ring? Are you serious right now? Well, that would be the main reason why it's not working. There's no bottom O-ring on here. I don't know if y'all can see this. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. There's supposed to be an O-ring on the bottom right here. I thought I put it on there. Maybe it stuck to the glass and I didn't see it come off. But I need to have two of these O-rings on the tank. You know, one for the top, one for the bottom. And my dumb butt somehow missed one of them. It's brand new. You know, I just threw the tank on there and I assumed the bottom one was still in there, but I was wrong. Let me grab another O-ring that matches that size, hopefully. That would be why it's leaking. That's why I was telling you it's very important to check all your seals, because there we go, because it will leak like a sieve if that's the case. I knew it wasn't my wicking, and the thing's top fill, so it was leaking out of the tank section. Let's see if we can get this lined up on here now. I'm almost sure I put this O-ring in there. I must have knocked it out when I wasn't looking. That's the only way I could see that happening. Alright, that O-ring is now in there, right? Yeah, all that juice gone to waste. Pretty much. I hate it, but see, that's not fitting. I don't like the way that fits. It's not sealing down in there right. And the other thing is this supposed to have, are you supposed to use both? Let me see something here. Well, that would cause a major flood. Are you supposed to use that small one also? See, maybe I should have watched a review. Remember that little bitty one I was showing y'all? Little glass tank? It goes right there. Oh, that's so the airflow can go around it. But this don't make any sense. No. This don't make any sense. I don't know if y'all can see what I got going on here, but I got issues. Let's see if this shows in the book. Okay, in the book it does show that big glass with the center glass in there, and I do not have the center glass in there, which would be why the airflow is combining with the juice flow, and why I had a big ass freaking pool of juice. So I don't need this metal piece, but I need this glass in there. And before I put that glass in there, I need to make sure that one has an O-ring. It does now, but it needs an O-ring on both sides, I'm sure. Let me see if the other side. Nope, the other side does not have one. Get another O-ring for that. O-ring on there. Put this glass on here like that. Well, how are you supposed to line all this crap up without it moving? Stay. Stay. Are you shitting me right now? I just literally put another O-ring and now it's missing. How is that possible? O-ring, O-ring. And I put a small O-ring on the other one and it's not there now. There's a black O-ring. That's not the right O-ring for this. Nope, nope, nope. Wow. This bites. Where's the O-ring I just grabbed? I mean, seriously, it's not. Is that it? I think when they made this, they should have thought about how am I going to close this, because literally when the O-ring's on there, you can barely push down on this and it'll move. Stay. The glass is not centered. Alright, I think I got it together now. I think. Damn it, man. I need a new pack of seals. Have Mrs. Scuba build it for me? Alright, you know. What a pain in the butt that was. Okay, hopefully now it's not going to leak like a freaking sieve. I'm just going to pour the juice in there this time, because I don't have time to wait for it again. If it pours right back out, then I did something wrong. Okay, that's pretty full right there. Where's the top? There it is. I got it. So that center chamber is what fills with e-juice, and the outside chamber is for your airflow. I don't know if y'all can see this, but the center chamber filled up with juice. The outside chamber is for airflow. And I screwed up when I built it the first time. My bad. Alright, let me put this O-ring over there before I lose it too. Damn it, Scuba, why'd you just go at it and not look at the review first? I don't know. Let me get the airflow right. Now, this is going to flood like a mofo to start off with, because of the fact that I poured juice all down the airflow. Hopefully I can get that out of there though. Where did I get those? Steven, these come from Micro Center. I don't know if you have a Micro Center nearby you, but these come from Micro Center. They're like $16.99. They are model number MA106, I do believe. They're called Pro Masters or something like that. I had a link, but where's the fun in reading the directions? I know, right? Well, I completely it does sound slurpy, but that's gonna go away in a second, Jansu. It better. Once I slurp all of it out into my mouth here. Wow. Well, now that I know how this works, and once those last few drops get out of there, it's getting better, but slowly. Oh, you have the Clone Sherman. Did you get the Kind Bright one, Disturbed? The Kind Bright one is freaking awesome. I have the Clone Sherman from Kind Bright that's somewhere on my desk. Somewhere around here. I was just vaping it earlier. That's a lot of juice. What a waste. It's a Scuba Slurpee. It is, JH. I don't get this, man. I did not realize that on the D2 that the center section filled with juice and the outside was the airflow. I knew they were separate, but I thought it came down through the tube. It does not. It goes around the glass on the outside, and all that has to be sealed, which is a pain in the ass to do, but I got it now. If it stops flooding, which it should. Let me make sure I got all the juice out of there. I think it's about done. If it doesn't quit, that means I got something else wrong. Oh, that sucks, Disturbed. Oh, this is too high a wattage too. No wonder it's so damn hot. Let's go down to 75 watts. Now it's clearing up. And here is the resin mod. Still got it ready to vape. Oh yeah. The valerian comes in a nice little, in a nice little container. You're not going to get that big egg like you saw from the reviewers, but you will get this right here, I do believe. And the tank sits in this section here, and it's actually held by that little tip at the top. It slides down through the mouthpiece. And there's the valerian. It's actually vaping really good. Slurpee like a beast. It is. It's going to go away, though. It better go away, I hope. Oh, 3F only accepted PayPal. I gotcha. That makes sense, Disturb. Well, damn it. I'm sorry you couldn't get Kind Bright. I have personally not tried any of the other clone versions of the Sherman, so I couldn't tell you if it's as good, but oh, the goon is very angry on that resin, JH. Yeah, this is definitely clearing up. It's almost all gone now. Still a pop air here every once in a while, but you can see I still have juice in the airflow. See those little drops? That's juice. Until I get all that out, it's going to do that. I probably need to wash this thing out now. But it's vaping a lot better. If I get all the juice out. I won't get nicked out first. Oh, goodness gracious. That's pretty strong for 6 milligram. Is that 6 milligram or 3? Because that feels really strong. It is 6 milligram, okay. So, yeah, the Ango Rabbit, you know, after seeing all them reviews, I'm like, man, I don't even know. The company won't answer you, then they're deleting stuff, and it's just, I'm not with all the hype on that. So that is what it is on that. What else do I got? Like I said, the IPV Eclipse should be here tomorrow. Hopefully I get that going and can show y'all. Which I think is a, you know, it's a cheaper version of a G-Class. It's probably not as good as a G-Class, but should still work as good as one, I would think. Just very slight popping now. Very slight. I wish I could blow through that airflow and get those last few drops out. Yeah, there's still a good bit of juice. You can see the juice going up to all around there. So until I get all that out, it ain't doing. You're taking a risk. JH, I'm not gonna say you definitely shouldn't use it, but I mean, just their practices alone is what makes me go, It's even on the back of the packages now. They're starting, mine does not say that, and I'm sure yours doesn't either. Mine actually says it's made in China. Now they're starting to put made in the USA on the package. I don't believe that for a damn minute. Damn. I'm getting nicked out trying to get past this damn juice. but it's getting less and less and less. It's not leaking though. Not a drop anymore. But first time, yeah, I leaked it all over the desk. But that's because I didn't have that center tank in there. No wonder it flooded. Juice basically just poured in there then. Better, better, better. Every vape is better. Yeah, we have the original packaging. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't really, can I swab out the excess? Well, DeMillan, this is the problem. If I take the top off, both glasses are free. So what's going to happen is that juice is going to dump out into there. The only way to do that is waiting until Charleston, South Carolina. You don't have to go quite that far, Jazzy. If you go up to Scotts Bridge Road in South Carolina, total eclipse right there, 100%. That is right on the blue line. That's where I'm going to try to go, actually. Yeah, it's on Micro Center. There you go, Steven. Those, when you first get them, they have a little round, a little round magnifying glass on the side here that bolts down. These, I don't have batteries in it now, but this little LED light, I don't think I have batteries, nope, lights up. And then it has a fold-down magnifier inside, which I don't have in there right now. I popped it out, but you can magnify even more. What's up, TBD? Yes, Disturbed, if I see asbestos, I will give him some of the Ango Rabbit to have it tested. Now, it's not going to be a test like what we should do on it, but he does have a facility that checks for asbestos and other chemicals, so I don't know what chemicals it checks for, but it'll give us a good idea on, what's in there, if anything, that makes it different from other cotton. I mean, I've seen the test that Daniel did when he burned the cotton, both of them with juice and let them catch on fire. They were very similar. I was like, wow, I did not know regular cotton could do that. It seems like it didn't burn just as much as the regular cotton. So it may just be regular old cotton, but it does look like, to me, it looks like it's been bleached. That cotton is way too white. I don't know what their process is of making their cotton whiter, but it's very white, which to me means bleached. And I don't want to be vaping bleach. It's just me. But if there's bleach in there, no, I'm good, man. I don't need that. Steven, I gotta tell you, dude, especially if you have trouble seeing, building coils and stuff, you gotta have them goggles. Those things, you gotta have them. I use those goggles on every show because I can't see. If I'm doing Claptons or something, I can't see a damn bit of it. So I have to do that, or I'm like, I can't see anything. I am quite impressed with the Valerian, though. It's actually giving me really good flavor. I wish, which probably is gonna, you know how Uwell does it. They probably will come out with a rebuild section for the Valerian soon. It comes with another drip tip though that doesn't match at all. I don't understand why it comes. It's got the blue drip tip which matches. Then they give you a gold-looking color. I don't know if that's to match like your e-liquid color or what, because it doesn't match the tank at all. So I don't know why they throw that one in there, but they do. The good thing about the Valerian, let me show y'all this. I didn't show y'all yet. I showed it kind of on camera on iVlog last night, but let me show you. First I'll show y'all the other drip tip it comes with, and you can make your own decision on whether or not this matches at all. Here's the other drip tip. I don't know, unless you have a copper mod, maybe it would look good that way, I guess, but this is the other drip tip that it comes with. They're pretty much the same size as far as I can tell, but it's a different color. So that's the other drip tip. The interesting thing about this is the 510 adapters that it comes with. Inside your tank, it comes stock with this one, okay? This is at the very bottom. This is your stock 510 adapter. This sticks through the bottom. This is basically your 510 pin. Okay? So it also comes with this one. And this actually sticks up through your coil. So your airflow kind of goes around this bubble looking thing here. And then there's a third one that I have in my tank right now, and it is a spiral. It kind of looks like a drill bit. So the third one, so they give you three. They give you a flat one, which is stock. Then they give you this one, and then they give you a spiral one that kind of makes your airflow go around in a circle as it comes up through the mouthpiece, which is pretty cool. Let me see what else is in here. I didn't even go through this whole thing. Whoa! Look at all that. Man, they hook you up, don't they? There's the book in there. That's a thick book right there. So you get your spare glass and you get a spare coil right there. Here's the coil. This is a 0.15 from 95 to 120 watts, it says. These are Kanthal coils, by the way. They're not stainless or anything like that. Extra O-rings. Extra top. That's what keeps your seal when you close the tank, and then your spare glass, and I think that's about it. Yep, that's it. Now, I'll never be able to get all this back in there like it was, but, you know, we can attempt it. I might get it. Take the 510 adapters. I may go back and try the stock one to see if it's any more airflow or any less. The airflow to me seems just right on point to what it should be, and changing that little piece on there, I don't know how much difference it makes, but you know, that remains to be seen whenever I try the other one. So it restricts the air. DeMillan, I don't think it does. I did not notice. I left the stock one on there and I tried hitting it like that. And then I put the swirly one in there, and to me they seem the same. I can't really tell the difference on the airflow. And you can see I've even turned the airflow down to about halfway all the way around. It has 3 airflow slots, and I get really good airflow off of this. I'm not having a problem with it. Very smooth, no whistling, really good flavor off of this. I mean, compared to some of the mishaps that Uwell's had, I think they definitely come back with this Valerian. I think they're going back to what atomizer can we make that has the best flavor, and I think this one has done it. You know, where the Crown 1 was so damn good on flavor, I think they've gotten back to that, but on this one they give you more airflow. JH, I did not think you would say anything bad about Ango Rabbit, but you know what? The truth is the truth, dude. I mean, what can you say about it? That company screwed themselves by keeping everything in secret and not answering questions that were flat out given to them, and they shouldn't be pushing reviewers to hurry up. And the other weird thing I thought about the whole thing with Daniel is, even after he made his video about the cotton, they have to approve it before he could post it. I'm like, really? A reviewer is a reviewer. That means they post what they feel about the product and they put it on the internet. You shouldn't have to get an okay from the company to post your damn video. It just shouldn't happen. If you know, hey, whatever you feel about it, that's what you put. Not, you don't go, hey, is it okay to post this? No. Unless they're just flat out lying about it. But he didn't lie about it. They're pushing you daily to review. Exactly, JH. That's why I'm glad that I won it from you instead of me buying it, or having them send me some. If they would have sent me some, I'd have been like, holy shit, now I'm pressured to do a review. And everybody knows that I keep it real, so it would have been a bad review, and the company wouldn't have liked it. But you know what? They just have to deal with it. There's no, you know, you can't sugarcoat anything. If you sugarcoat it, I do think that the D2 has great flavor. I do think that middle section the way that it comes apart is a pain in the ass. They should have made that center tank be able to push in and lock, because with it falling off at the same time as the outside tank does, you're pretty much stuck until I vape all this juice out of here before I can clean it. Then this tank will be vaping good. But hopefully by Friday, I will have this completely clean, refilled with juice, and I can give y'all a real opinion on the flavor from the D2. Right now it's close, but every bit of these little drops are still popping through every once in a while, and it pisses me off because nobody wants juice in their mouth. It's good though. It is good flavor. I'll give it that. Hopefully. I know, right? Hopefully. That's right, Ernesto. Hopefully. You didn't know about that? Well, Jamilin, all right. Let's keep it real on that part of it. 9 times out of 10, reviewers do not get paid to do reviews on products. The only reason, which I think Daniel was pretty specific at saying it, the only reason that Daniel got paid is because he moved it to the front of the queue. So basically, Daniel goes, okay, if you want me to review it, fine, it gets in line with everybody else. If you want to move to the front and be reviewed faster, it's going to cost you such and such, which I think is fair. I mean, if a reviewer has to push all the other products to the back and move you to the front, it should cost some money. And if the company is in a hurry to hurry up and get the product reviewed, they'll pay that money to get it done. Which with me is never works that way because I buy all my shit, so it doesn't matter. And I mean, well, besides the Valerian, I got Robert gave me the Valerian for my birthday. Thank you, Robert. So I was just on Robert's show, and Robert was like, man, it's your birthday, I'm gonna send you this tank. And I was like, hell yeah. And he threw in the D2. He definitely did not have to do that. He must have remembered from a while back that I always wanted to try the D2, so he sent that, and that was cool. What did Aries make a picture of? Damn it, man. It's got to be something with some juice laying somewhere or something. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. Damn it, Aries. I like the way it makes it look like your logo is actually on the RDA. That's hilarious. Good job, Aries. It's like, hey, look at that. Page not found. Try it again, Jansu. It should work. It works for me. You may have clicked on it when everybody else did. It's a new RDA. I could tell that it looks different because of the way the screw posts are. The only thing that worries me about something like that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Aries, but over time, what's going to happen is, especially people that crank down on those torque screws, the posts are going to warp outwards, and then those screws are going to get really loose because there's nothing holding them posts together. You would literally have to get some pliers and squeeze them back together to keep the gap out. And the only way that they're going to spread out, you know, those two posts where they got the screw, there's nothing holding them together. So when you screw that screw down real tight, it's going to push them out like this. Then they're going to get loose and looser. So those post rims are solid. Well, if they are, Aries, then maybe they won't bend. If they don't bend, hey, good for them, man. You know, it is a neat design. I like that. I like the fact that it doesn't look like the wire has anywhere to go. You know what I mean? It can't slide out of the way and then you screw down and miss the wire. Especially with your damn coils. There ain't no way. Thanks, DeMillan. Well, you know, I'm just calling it like I see it. But yeah, really digging this little resin mod that I got from JH. I'm not particularly a mech mod type of guy, but this actually is a decent vape. It's vaping really good, and the Goon 1.5 on here, which is the gold one that I have not used until I got this mod in. I haven't even, this is brand new RDA. The Skill RDA, Jazzy. Jazzy, make sure you do a virus scan on your computer immediately. You have some kind of bloatware, malware on your computer. Jazzy sent me a link about it had my picture with my name, and that it had 991,000 views. I'm like, really? Because not even my Cherry Bomber video has 991,000 views. I'm like, okay, whatever. I need more good coils. Aries, cough, cough. I'm not impressed with the 6 mass-produced Chinese coils. Well, have you tried these Coology coils? They look pretty good. They look pretty good, Disturbed. Now, I'm definitely not pushing you away from Aries coils because I know the quality that goes into his stuff with quality wire. That's the important thing. You know, you get some of these coils from companies and they use shit wire, and if you ever want to wonder about shit wire, just get some really good wire, some Timco or from Kidney Puncher, and then get some shit wire, and then look at both of them, and you'll see that one of them is real nice and shiny and clean, and the other one kind of has a dark tinge to it. It's because they don't go through the whole cleaning process or use the finer grades of metal when they're making the wire. So I think that buying, you know, people are always worried about what they're vaping, and, you know, cigarettes, oh my God, got 8 billion chemicals in there. So I think we're better off no matter what you're vaping on, but if you're really trying to keep with the really good stuff, the other big thing, you know, don't buy cheap batteries. Jazzy was talking about that this morning, and I agree with Jazzy. You don't want to, say you buy a really expensive mod, why would you go to a company that you're not sure if they sell legit batteries and buy batteries from that company just because they're $2 cheaper? I would much rather pay the extra $2 to know that I'm getting a real legit battery, not a rewrap of some other bullshit battery that's not going to work worth a damn. Lily is waving at Scuba. Hey, Lily! I don't know. Oh, you've only tried the ones from a company called Roth Vape. Disturbed, I do not know those from Roth Vape. Yeah, if you take care of Aries coils, man, they can last you 6 months to a year. The only reason, I mean, the coils I make, the fuse Claptons that I make, they hold up really good. The only reason I rip them out is so I can do a build for you guys. Otherwise, I will run them son of a guns to death. I have left coils in my tanks I don't know how damn long because I'll take just the cotton out, fire it, clean the coil, put new wick in, it's good to go. I've done that countless times. On stuff that I'm not building for you guys, that's all I do. And y'all have seen me multiple times. I'll just take the cotton out, fire it, and put new wick in because the coils are fine. There's nothing wrong with the coils. Now, if you get shit coils, you'll be able to tell because they'll look old, rusty, beat, burnt crap. And you don't want that. Damn, this is vaping really good. Now, I have this ice cream in here, the new one from Fried, which is fried ice cream. Do I think it tastes like fried ice cream? No. Is it a good vape? Yes. I just don't think it tastes like fried ice cream to me. You know what Anglo Rabbit reminded me of? Native Wicks. Oh, the OG Native Wicks. I have some of that. It's funny that you bring that up. JH, I have, matter of fact, I have some Spider Silk. Spider Silk is titanium wire from back in the day. You know, nobody really uses titanium wire, and that's why it just sits here because I don't use it either. But I have some Native Wick in one of my slots up here, I don't know where, that comes in the spool. I don't know where the hell it's at. But I have Native Wick somewhere. And when I vaped the Native Wick, I didn't think it was bad. Now, I don't know what your experience with Native Wick was, but I didn't have any, you don't vape that low. Yeah, Steven, I don't think Basardo did the right test on it. I'm not putting down Phil Basardo by any means because he does excellent work, but he caught it on fire completely dry, and then when he went through the so-called wet wick test, the wick still looked really dry when he caught it on fire. That's why they burnt so quick. Now, when I did it on a mod, it didn't burn. Now, I did not try it with regular Muji cotton to see if Muji was the same, though. That's what I need to do, and I have not done that yet. I still have Ango rabbit cotton on this, on the Sherman RDA, actually. I've caught this on fire 2 or 3 times for 20 seconds, and it's still good. It's not, I'm not going to say it doesn't have any burnt smell whatsoever, but you put new juice on it, and it vapes fine. I'm just not vaping it because I don't know what the hell is in that cotton. My Revenant, holy crap. My Revenant mod is over there on my shelf. I had some people come by and look at the house today to buy it. I don't even know because I left. That's when I did that video live at the gardens because I wasn't at home. I didn't want to be here when they were looking through the house. How about the absorption test? Now, Steven, the absorption test is completely legit. That test was a great testimony to how well that the cotton absorbs juice, and it failed miserably. Muji beat it by a fucking mile. You could actually see where the juice had come all the way through the wick and started filling up the other cylinder. That was a good absorption test. Which scares me about that wick. If it's not absorbing juice, what is keeping it from absorbing the juice? Why is it not pulling up through there? That's kind of like, I don't want to put juice. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you got it, Carrie. I have a lot more that I got envelopes sitting right now that I need to mail out. 4 bumper stickers. And then I also have the Azeroth that I need to send out. Speed Triple won the Azeroth RTA, and it's still sealed in plastic, so Speed Triple will be getting the Azeroth, which is still courtesy of JH Vapes. And I already had one, so I'm not a super hoarder. I do hoard gear. I hoard gear, but I'm not going to hoard double of something, so unless I bought them all, which I did. Like my R150, I had 3 of them, but I'm keeping them all, and my Boreas, I have like 8 of them, and yeah, I'm keeping all those too. He almost had it flash fire in his face. Wow, I did not see that, Jazzy. That would have been cool to watch. I'm not big like those guys, so I don't get all that stuff. Steven, I agree. If it's not absorbing good, you're gonna get more chance of dry hits. But you know, according to them, it's not gonna catch on fire and burn the wick. But then again, you're gonna have to drip more often if it's not absorbing the juice. Yeah, I didn't seem to have an issue, JH. I did, you know, like I said, I did try it. I had to try it. But I haven't used it again since. But I didn't have any problems with it. It seems like it absorbs. It just takes a little while. That cotton seems to work better with heat. Now, you throw just regular cotton in a cup like Daniel did, it's not absorbing. But I think the heat from the coils is what's pulling the juice up into the wick, at least when you have it in an RDA. Hands off my Boreas. You know, Carrie, I think that the Boreas, for the money, is one of the best tanks you can buy. I mean, where else can you buy a tank for 17 bucks and get that good of flavor? That's my question. All these other tanks, and I mean all of them, usually sell between $20 to $40. The Boreas is $16.99. I mean, shit. And it has direct airflow to the coil. Even the Aromomizer, it has direct airflow to the coil, but it costs twice that, if not 3 times as much. So I think that the Boreas, for the money, is a great, great tank. And I'll continue to use mine forever. You know, I think they're going to work really good in the future. There is my, okay. Remember I was telling you, here's the Sherman, Kind Bright Sherman. And that's what I was telling y'all, that you have to put a good battery in the Aegis or it will not fire. Like I have this set at 75 watts. So when I fire it, it's actually putting out 70 now, but that's because I've been using it for a little while. but that's close to what it needs to be. If you put a shit battery in there, you set it to 75 watts, it's going to fire at 50 watts, and then you're going to wonder why it's hitting so low. Big does not equal good, and honest, you are that. Well, thank you, Jansu. Yeah, big, no. Big does definitely not equal better or anything. You can have, I can get just as good a flavor out of a single coil RDA as I can a dual coil. I completely believe that. If you have something wicked really good with a really good coil in there, you can get outstanding flavor out of a plain old single coil. You don't have to build dual coil. And the shame is a lot of these RDAs that you're buying nowadays aren't made for dual or single coil. They're dual coil only because everybody was like, oh, dual coil, dual coil, dual coil. And now it's like they don't want to cut that extra slot to make it single. And I think they should, because single coil, you're going to use way less juice and you're still going to get an excellent vape out of it every time. I have the Avocado 22. The only reason I didn't like the Avocado 22 is because filling it was a pain in the ass, man. It really was. Once you wick it, you really can't get anything in there to fill it up with. Now, the newer one, I think it's the 24 that has the slide over so you can fill it. That's fine. I don't have that. Yeah, even 30 to 40 watts, really good. If I get together with Origin Vape, Eric with Origin Vape, I'm gonna start getting some starter kits, you know, for beginning vapors. You know, I always build stuff for more the intermediate to seasoned vapor, and I really think there's not a lot of reviewers out there that are doing. Hey, John D. There's not a lot of reviewers out there that are doing stuff that cater to the beginner vapor. You know what I mean? We got a lot of people that want to get off of stinkies, and they're not going to want to jump to something like this, and I don't blame them. You don't want to start a beginning vapor off on a Sherman or RTA. The theorem is a piece of crap. Next, you don't want the theorem disturbed. I don't like the theorem, never did like the theorem. The coils that they give you are crap. They will break on you very, very easily, so if you get one of those notch coils, you have to be very gentle with it putting the screws in, or it'll snap the coil. Yeah, I don't like the theorem. I have it somewhere. Robert actually took his and put it in a vise. I didn't do that to mine, but I never did like the theorem. The theorem to me is just as, I think the theorem's better than the Silent. The Silent, man, what a failure that thing is. I don't like it. It's too much of a trouble, too much of a hassle, and too easy to fall apart. Cassie, yeah, I think it's a great idea too. You don't see a lot of reviewers doing stuff for beginners nowadays, and you know, showing them how to. That's all I did when I first started doing live shows and stuff. It was all about mouth to lung and beginning, because that's what was around then. Now vaping has progressed into all these big sub-ohm tanks and giant RDAs and giant mods, and there's a lot of people that haven't got into vaping yet, and they see these giant clouds and it scares them away. It scares them away from vaping. They're like, I don't want to be blowing big clouds like that. That's worse than vape, you know, worse than smoking. When it's not true, but I'd rather, you know, show them, hey, you can get this or you can get this. And to be honest, if you can get something like that, you know, a little mouth to lung device, and it satisfies you, it gets you off cigarettes, stay with that. Do not jump up, because what happens is if you jump up to a more advanced device, you know, freaking what is that called? The Modfather, some big giant tank, you're not going to want to go back to the mouth to lung. It just won't satisfy you anymore. So if you can stay on the lower end, then do that. You know, get the right amount of nicotine that you got to have to keep you off the cigarettes, and then experiment with mouth to lung devices. Stay nice and low, and then, you know, if it's just not cutting it for you and you still got to smoke, then you start bumping up to a little bit more airflow, bigger tank, bigger mod, etc. But I really believe that you can quit all that on something small. I mean, hell, even this little Aurora here, this is a little mouth-to-lung nothing. You know, it looks like a lighter. It's something you can keep in your pocket. The iCare V2. I don't know about the V2, Stephen Taylor. I have the original iCare right here. I do have, you know, these big... I wonder if this thing's still good. It must be dead. Wow, it actually died on me. Alright, well, I gotta charge that. That's one more thing I gotta do. The Fogger V4. Wow, Disturbed. That's I still have a Fogger V4. That's way back. Way back. What else do I have that's really old? There's an old iJoy. Is that a Raphael or a Crown 2? I think that's a Crown 2. There's a K-Fun. There's another Crown, I think. And then I have the SCI. That's like a Raphael or something. That one, nah, that's crap. I got all my old stuff. There's a Crown 1. That's the original one right there. Wiz, you see what I'm saying? You would have saved a lot of money if you stayed with your Pro Tank. And I completely agree with you, because if the Pro Tank, which was a good device for its time, if it was enough for you, then why did we get talked into going into something bigger? Why? I don't know what happened for me, because I started off on something like, I think it was an EVOD, and that for me, it was almost enough, but not quite enough. So next thing I did, I went and got a freaking dripper, and I was full balls out then, and it was hard to go back to anything low, because I was so used to that full flavor saturated vape, and been stuck like that ever since. I wish I could go back to the mouth to lung stuff. I can still vape it, and I think the only reason I can't get into it now is because I've been using the mouth to lung with the same amount of nicotine. 9 times out of 10, when you go down to that mouth to lung stuff, you got to bump the nicotine level up. You're right, Niji. I mean, some of the older stuff does cause an arm and a leg. Let me see what DeMillen's got a link to here. What the heck? The snail? That looks like a small version of the penguin. That's exactly what that looks like. So the snail is a small penguin, I guess. Let's see. What's the liquid capacity and all that good stuff? 1200 mAh. It's got a 0.3 ohm coil and a 0.9 ohm coil. Integrated e-liquid storage design. Easy refill liquid. That doesn't tell me how much liquid it holds. Nowhere on there do I see how much liquid it holds. Well, that sucks. It looks like whiteout. Yeah, exactly, Niji. I remember having to drill out, oh my gosh, back on the Patriot and all them really old RDAs when they came with them really small air holes, and you're like, man, this is not enough. The Tobe, when the Tobe first came out, the airflow just wasn't enough, and I was like, oh, break out the drill. Just drilling out the damn holes so you can get more airflow out of it. Let's see if the other link that DeMillen's got is any different. No, it's still the same thing. It just doesn't tell me how much juice it holds, which sucks. Gotta know how much juice it holds. I'll stay on till 8 o'clock, guys. Y'all got me for 15, 16 more minutes. We're gonna see if we can get this D2 to start vaping right, hopefully. It's still vaping, like I'm still getting a little bit of spit back in my mouth, but I can tell that it's getting better every time. Until I get that air shaft cleaned out, it's not gonna work. It's hitting really hard. It's 0.20 at 75 watts, which should be fine. Ooh, I didn't see that, DeMillan. Drill bit through the finger. Ooh. Who's at my front door? Yardbird, I understand. The Nimbus, I remember that one too. You know what? If I was going to go back to old RDAs, I'm sorry about the dogs. The Tugboat. That was my favorite old school RDA tank. The Tugboat. V1 Tugboat. Absolutely outstanding on flavor. Now, it's not going to hold your big old Clapton coils and stuff because the post holes are small, but that thing had outstanding flavor for its time. I think it was one of the best drippers you could get when it came out. It was excellent. And Timekeeper, I bought the clone of it, and then Timekeeper sent me an authentic one, and you can tell there's a big difference between the clone and the real one. Way better machining on the real one. Ah, easy coil installation. Oh, that's nice, Steven. Yeah, the V2, I believe, has that metal piece instead of the plastic like they did on the V1. And, yeah, the Tugboats, Okie Music Girl, those were really good RDAs. Hello, Brittany. The Tugboats are really good RDAs, I think. For their time, you couldn't beat that thing. I'm surprised my music hasn't quit yet. It's a very small playlist. Oh look, I added Super Chat. For all the people that were bugging me about adding Super Chat, it is now there. I'm not telling anybody to donate money. I'm just saying it is now there. Not by any means. They hadn't even monetized my channel yet, which I was like, okay, well, whatever. I don't need monetize. If you don't want to monetize it, what do I think of the Squid Double Barrel? Ooh, DeMillan, I love that. I freaking think that thing is badass. If you are into mods like that, I love the double barrel. I was actually going to buy one, DeMillan, about a month ago, and I've been holding out, but I think that you will love the double barrel. It's a great looking mod. Hits hard. The guy that makes it, I think, is he's all about the military and backs that completely. And he had some what is it? Ronnie Cash one has a John Wayne one, which is freaking bad to the bone. And 99 bucks for that mod. It does 150 watts, dual 18650. Not a bad price. Not a bad price. Oh, Vapor DNA has them now. Wow, look at that. Really cool. Nice small display on there. I forget what's the biggest tank you can put on there. I think it's a 25 millimeter. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. 5 to 100, 2 18650s. I forget the size at the top. I don't know if it's a 22 or 25. Even if you can only put a 22 on there, I'd still be happy with that. It does look really cool, DeMillan. I may end up getting one of those real soon. 9 South sale. Wow, that was a really good sale. 9 South had a sale today that brought their e-juice down to like $4 for a 60 mil, I think it was, and $7 for 120 mil. They made a mistake and they actually did put all their apparel on sale too. So all their hoodies and everything were like $5. Their caps, their beanies, all that was like $5. So I went in there and just racked up. And apparently they're going to honor it. So yeah, Cassie, it was on my group page. If you're in the group page, you should have saw it. Just saying. Yeah, they had hoodies too, but my size, they were sold out of the hoodies in my size. Because I'm a big son of a gun. They had like smalls and all that. Why does this taste like crap? Yeah, if y'all missed the sale, it was until 4 p.m. Yeah, I think Munchkin, I think that Aries said that they were going to honor it because he emailed them. So hopefully they do. If they honor it, great. I mean, the last company that happened to me with was the Sherman RDA, and they honored it. They completely did. I bought this, instead of paying $70 for this RDA, I got it for like $36. That was a great deal for that RDA, so I'm happy with that purchase. And they sent it to me, and I gave them a nice review and everything, so hopefully they posted it. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, Cassie. Well, it ain't like we could private message you. Cassie, wake up. Get the go. Yes, DeMillan. Serial killer. Serial killer. If you're not familiar with that, it was a really good cereal vape. One of the first good cereal vapes that I can remember was Serial Killer. Hopefully they haven't changed the recipe because I ordered 2 big bottles of it. I bought 220 mils, 360 mils, and then one other 60 mil. I think I bought 4 60 mils and 220 mils for $40 with shipping. Wow, Brittany, you have 8 Boreas tanks? Y'all got me. Y'all are like right there with me. You know, every time I get extra money together, and then if eSiggity has a sale, I go right over and buy more Boreas tanks. And I have a freaking affiliate link. I should be like Joe and posting my affiliate link. That way I get money every time y'all go buy from them. But I don't do that. I should. I've tried before, and I think one person bought something, so now have $1 and something cents credit. Hey, I'm making big money. Send you some of that juice, Cassie. If I don't like it, you know, maybe. I bought some flavors I've never tried from them, but hopefully everything they got is good. DeMillan! I'm so ashamed. DeMillan is just now asking to join Scuba's Hangout. I'm going to approve that, but wonder why she wasn't there before. Yeah, don't spend it all in one place. I know, man, that $1 is going to really bring me a lot of money. I did pick up some other stuff. I don't really want to talk about it because of what it is, but the company finally came through. I ordered it on August 3rd, all right? I just want y'all to be aware. I ordered on August 3rd. They had 420 mils for $20. 420 mils for $20. I just got it yesterday, I think it was. And they're 120 mils, but I mean, the juice don't taste bad or anything, but you know, it took them forever to ship. That's what ticked me off. Not bad. I need to fix this. Let me go ahead and fix this right now. I got 9 minutes left. Let's go to this one, because I always like his stuff. There we go. Oh, you're in the Scuba Made Me Buy Something group? DeMillan, that group got closed like how long ago? Like 6-8 months ago? Yeah, it got closed, DeMillan. I'm sorry you weren't aware of the new group. Bring your tail over to Scuba's Hangout and start posting stuff, man. I don't post on there as much as I should. I honestly should be posting more stuff on there, but I'm not one of those guys that's like, let me post all these deals. You know, I don't mind y'all posting deals on the group. And yeah, the Scuba Makes Me Buy Stuff, that was a funny group. Bear started that group, so he had control over it. He shut it down, and it is what it is. But so I just made a plain old Scuba's Hangout group, and I got a bunch of bumper stickers now that I can give away, and I don't mind shipping them all over the place. That's what we'll do. The good thing is, if I do start getting these beginner devices from Origin, if they send me extras, they're going to go to you guys. I have no need for them. I only need the one to review, to test, and if I get any extras whatsoever, they're going to get given away. So I'm going to be doing giveaways like crazy if they start sending me stuff. You know, when I ordered that Eclipse, and then Train, thanks for joining the group. Let me add you real quick. When Eric saw me, you know, I sent him a message. I was like, man, that kind of sucks, because I ordered the Eclipse and they sent me a message saying, hey, we sold out, sorry. And I was like, damn, that sucks. And then I said, well, Eric, this is Scuba. You probably remember me back from VTV days with Vapors Nation and VU Live and all that. And he was like, Scuba, of course I remember you, dude. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing I know, he goes, hey, don't worry, dude. I'm going to take care of you. Your Eclipse shipped today. And he shipped it out on Saturday, and I'm getting it tomorrow. And you like the Fighting Cock, Brittany? Awesome. Fighting Cock is good stuff. It really is. I like it. So, luckily, I'm getting the Eclipse, so I can tell y'all how I like it, how it compares to the G-Class. You're very welcome, Train. I think I got you approved now. If the G-Class is even, if the Eclipse is even close to the G-Class, I'm going to let y'all know. Now, the G-Class obviously is more sexy looking, don't get me wrong. But you got, this is $289, God, I'm sorry, $219, right? Which, if you can afford it, I highly, you know, suggest getting one of these. The G-Class is a badass mod all the way around. But if you can't afford that and you want to stay under the $100 mark, get the IPV Eclipse. It has almost the same exact menu. Now, it's a different chip. It's the SX420 chip, but you're still getting a Yeehee chip in there, and you're still getting almost the same identical menu as the G-Class has. So, if it hits the wattage levels like this does, which the Eclipse does 200 watts, just like this, so if it hits the same wattage levels, you're paying half the price for a really good device that you can go in there and change the wallpapers and all that, just like you can on the G-Class. Same screen, exactly. So the only thing I don't think I like about the Eclipse is the leather seems to be coming off. The reviews I saw, the leather, they put a leather sticker on there. It looks like it comes off. So yeah, exactly. $219 is not cheap, Disturbed. I do not blame anybody that don't buy one, but it is a mod that I'll always have. This is like one of the best damn mods. Freaking bad to the bone. See, everybody else, you know. Oh my God, Yardbird! I didn't even think about that. Yardbird, that's crazy. I get the Eclipse on the day of the Eclipse. What kind of... Wow! That would be the shit. The bad part is I'm not going to be here because I'm going to be watching the Eclipse. Damn it, man. That's alright. I'll come... That is... Yardbird, I didn't even put those two together. That's awesome. Yeah, Steven, I agree. This mod has been outstanding. I really love the G-Class. Really comfortable in the hand. Very small mod for a dual 18650. Love the fact that they centered the 510. I can't tell y'all how much I love the fact that the 510 is centered. Freaking awesome. You know, I saw that, Cassie. I don't know yet. I don't have one. I couldn't tell you how good it is. There's a lot of... You made your own? Carrie. That's scary to me. And I'll tell you why, Carrie. I bought a bunch of Eclipse glasses. Where are they at? Here's some. Here's some of the ones I got from Amazon, right? And it also come with a clip that I can put over my glasses. Now, I just did a test in my office. I looked up at the light. The clip, I can see the light bulbs. If I put these on, you can't see a damn thing because these are ISO certified. You need to make sure that the ones you get are ISO certified. Don't look at the Eclipse until it is fully, if you're in the 100% zone, fully eclipsed. Then you can look at it. That's it. But you still don't want to sit there and stare at it. As soon as it starts to move away, you have to look away again. Is it a heavy mod? Brittany, it does feel, I'm not going to say it's heavy. It feels sturdy. It feels really, really well built. Richard, I agree with the whole once you've seen one Eclipse. I don't know. Total Eclipse, though, I don't think the last Eclipse I saw was a total. That's the big difference to me. and it'll never happen again in my lifetime, so I'd love to see the one tomorrow, and I'm going to try my best to see it at 100%. The thing I never knew that happened is if you're watching a total eclipse, it produces snake shadows on the ground. I want to see that. Right as it's just starting to turn total, or as it's starting to pull away from, you'll get snake shadows on the ground. So if you have a white sheet, nobody's filmed it yet because the last one was like, what, 80 something years ago? So nobody's filmed it in HD yet, and I'd love to see that. So hopefully all the people that know about it are going to get film of it. I know one guy that is, so. A welder's mask. I don't know how well that would work to an eclipse. Yeah, it came with a clip, Yardbird. I don't even know where I put it, because the main reason I don't even care about it is because the clip is not strong enough. If I can look up at my light and see the bulbs, that is 37 years ago. Okay, that was a long damn time ago. Well, depends, JH. It was 37 years ago where? Total eclipse, you know, like there's going to be another one in what, 2020? And it's going to be over towards the west where I won't be, so I'll miss that one. This is the only one I got a chance of seeing. I literally only have to drive about 2 hours to get it. I'm at 98% where I'm at, but I want to be at 100%. So I'm going to drive to where it's 100%. I'm going to be dead on the line for 100%. And I want to see how it changes, how the temperature drops, all that good stuff. And I got to go to work, so I don't know how that's going to work. Ruben, excellent question about the drone. The only reason I think I can't film it with the drone is because the eclipse is happening at basically 2:39 p.m. The sun is going to be so high, I can't tilt my camera that high. And not to mention the drone, the sun is going to look so small. It's going to look really small on that drone. I can't even zoom in and make it look good. So unless I'm holding it in my hand, I don't see how well it's going to work. The lens has to be a number 14 lens. Oh, I got you, Richard. Now that makes more sense. Okay, so you're using a real dark lens on the welding mask. That makes sense. 2045. Well, Disturbed, I'm talking, there's another one coming over the western half of the United States in just a few years. I don't remember if it's 2024, 2027, something like that. It's not that far ahead. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? Oh, it's already past 8. I told myself I was going to get off here at 8. Dadgummit. Fly the drone higher than the sun. Oh, thanks, Disturb. Yeah, I want the FAA to come lock my ass up. No, I don't want to fly the drone higher than the sun. Even if I pushed my drone and broke all the laws, the highest I could probably go is about 5,000 feet. I don't really want to do that. Don't really want to do that. Did I get the email? I did get the email, Jerry. I haven't used it yet, but I did get that. You will not see much of an eclipse in Florida, JH. You will see a partial eclipse, but it's not going to be a total eclipse, no. You're only going to see part of the sun get covered. Sorry, I mean, if you want to see it, you got to head north and keep on going. I really think that I'm going to have an issue because there's going to be so much traffic. It's ridiculous. They're already expecting over 50,000 people to be on the expressway, and I don't know how I'm going to get up there. So I may get stuck and not be able to make it high enough. I'm going to try, but wherever I end up stuck at, that's where it's going to happen, I guess. Is the FDA taking over the world? Stephen, I surely hope not. I surely hope not. I think the FDA, and you know, it's not all just the FDA. The pharmaceutical companies is really who we got to look at. I think that Big Pharma is a major player in the whole vape game. The pharmaceutical companies stand to lose a lot because not only do they produce all these patches and stuff to help people get off smoking, but they make all of this money from people that do smoke, trying to help people that already have cancer, etc. They lose a lot of money by e-cig industry. They lose a lot of money. So I think we got to worry more about the pharmaceutical companies than we do the FDA. Just my opinion. Film it with the drone. Sue, even if I did, nobody would see it live because y'all would all be outside watching it, which I completely think you should be doing anyway. Scuba, call him Steve. I keep looking up. Oh, I'm sorry, Alchemy. Well, Steven, Steve, whatever. You know, hey, we're all Steves in here, so you know. Well, that's vaping good, but it's about out of juice right now. Let's go back to the D2 and see how it's doing. Still got juice all hanging out. Wow, that was actually a good vape. Does tobacco cig industry have investments in pharma? You know, Steve, I think that tobacco and pharma may have some ties to each other. But I think the tobacco industry is a lot less worried about it than Big Pharma. The tobacco industry already sells e-cigarettes. So why would they cut their own foot by trying to shut down the e-cig industry when they're making money from cigarettes and e-cigs? So they're making money both ways. The pharmaceutical company can only stand to lose money. They have no outs. They have no outs. All these patches and stuff are going to be stopped being sold if people all only go to vaping. They're going to lose all that money. All these people that have bad diseases from smoking are all going away if people stop smoking. So they're going to lose all that money. Tobacco can stand it. I mean, they got big dollars. They're all right. Us Steves will take over the world. Josh is more common of a name. You think so, Josh? I don't know. I don't know. Jansu, I agree. It all boils down to tax revenue. And all these states that take in or they pay out federal taxes on what they think that they're going to make for the year from tobacco. And if they don't make that, then they're hurting. So it's kind of like, 64%. Wow. Okie, if you go north a little bit, can you see it? I think it starts out in Washington, though. You'd have to go way too far north. You'd either have to go east and you'd have to go northeast pretty much to see the eclipse. You'd have to go a pretty far way to get it, too. I don't know what's going to happen for me tomorrow. Hopefully I can go into work, leave there really quick, and get on the road and head straight out it. I hope that's what happens. Wow, I got a super chat. Well, why didn't you say something? You can type up under there. There's what super chat looks like, guys, in case y'all haven't seen it. Make sure I split that with asbestos. Okay, I'll do that. I wonder why it doesn't show up on my little thingy-majigger. Ah, who knows? Oh, there it goes. It popped. It was on delay. Munchkin donated $2 through Super Chat. That's hilarious. I said it was a damn test. I wonder. I'm glad you did that because I wonder how much eBay. I mean, not eBay. I wonder how much that YouTube is going to take of that. I bet you they take 55% of that, or maybe 45, I'd say. Steven, exactly. They only care about the money. That's the whole thing. They care about the money that they stand to lose. Pharmaceutical companies stand to lose a lot more money than tobacco company does by e-cigs. People are still going to buy cigarettes. Pharmaceutical companies, they're like, oh man, what are we gonna do? It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck for them, and there's nothing they can do about it except try to make e-cigs illegal, ban them, put high taxes on them, PTAs, stop new hardware, stop juice. That's why all this is happening. Pharmaceutical companies. Alright guys, I'm going to bump off of here. I've been on here long enough. If I get the eclipse in tomorrow, maybe I'll try and do a quick little show on it. But it's going to be late because obviously I'm going to be out looking at the... Oh, cool. I did not know that, Josh. I'm going to be out trying to film the eclipse either with my phone or something. But I'm going to make sure that my phone's protected. All the cameras are protected. I'm going to... Even if I have to tape one of these eclipse lenses over my camera, I'll do that if I have to, and I'll try and get some film of it. But it's not like it's not going to be all over freaking YouTube. It's going to be all over the place. You wait. Tomorrow after the eclipse happens, it's going to be all over YouTube. There's going to be 1 million people. Y'all are very welcome for the flash show. I will continue to test the D2. As soon as I vape this juice out, I'm going to clean this thing out and get it done the right way, because I did it wrong. That was my bad for not reading the directions. But hey, that's how you learn, right? That's how everybody learns. It's actually not even spitting back in my mouth anymore, so now it's starting to clear out. Yeah, it's vaping good now. Hell yeah, that's good. Alright guys, y'all have a great rest of the weekend, and everybody's going to see the eclipse. Make sure you're safe. Do not look into it. Don't burn your eyes out and come back tomorrow blind, because you won't be able to type because you can't see the damn screen. So take care of yourself. Don't stare at the eclipse. Catch you guys tomorrow maybe. Peace out.